After weeks of campaigning, Mississippi State students have made their choice. Cameron Cummings is the new Student Association president. His reaction to winning and the changes he hopes to bring next.
New developments in the murder case of Ole Miss student Jimmy J. Lee. The suspect, Timothy Herrington, will remain behind bars as he awaits a new trial.
And ready, cold open, and take cold open. Roll it. Ready, camera 2.
Thanks for joining us this Friday on Take 30 News. We took a brief look at the Student Association election last week.
Our very own Thomas Hunt met with our new president-elect and discussed the election process.
And take package.
Vote, vote, vote is something that students at Mississippi State have been hearing for the past few weeks. However, there's no longer a need to vote, as the Student Association elections have been decided. The new electees are thrilled to begin their new term soon. I met with President-elect Cameron Cummings outside of Lee Hall to discuss changes on campus and his reaction to winning the election.
Hey, that change on campus, Student Association did that. We did that. Making sure people know what we're doing for them, and when they see that, hey, they can actually make change, they would be more willing and more, I guess, open to coming to us with those ideas.
It's become a tradition here at MSU that every single year, the Student Association elections are announced here at the steps of Lee Hall.
You got me.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't even hear my name. I heard the first syllable of my name and went ballistic.
Hey,
it was very good. It was amazing. And then looking at the numbers, I mean, how close of a race. And also, I think shows how much I think the student body cared, because a lot of people were disappointed with the first, with the voter turnout for the first general election.
30 seconds.
The runoff election, I think me and the other ticket combined had over 3,000 votes.
Cameron will become one of only 115 Student Association presidents at MSU. He boasted of his running mate, Carolina Heathcock, and says the pair have a shared vision of the changes they want to see. During the election season, the two held a particular focus on building a better future. It's important to do your part to help the Student Association make real change across campus.
Camera 1.
The new Student Association will be sworn into office early next month.
And
Mississippi University for Women and Mississippi State have released their proposals to house the Mississippi School for Mathematics and Science.
And
both plans include dual enrollment, faculty access, and administrative support. MUW offers a joint honors experience and room for expansion on campus. MSU proposes an $85 million partnership with Starkville schools to build a new residential magnet school near Highway 182 with dorms and a cafeteria next to the campus. Columbus City officials say upgrades to the current campus are the responsibility of the Mississippi Department of Education, not the W or the City of Columbus.
And TikTok.
They have been underfunded, and the W has been underfunded in supporting MSMS. So it really is amazing what they've managed to accomplish, and we are proud to be able to support them in the manner that we have, but we would like to be able to do a much better job of that, but that comes with money.
Educating the state's best and brightest is a wonderful opportunity for all, but it takes support from all. They need to stay here. There is no reason for MSMS to be relocated.
Ready, camera 1. And there's still
a new facility on Mississippi State's campus could open by 2027.
With things starting to warm up, let's get our with things starting to warm up, let's get our first look at weather.
All right, cut to weatherman.
So it's looking pretty nice outside. Taking a look at the Davis Wade sky cam, sunny conditions, 73 degrees. It's feeling like 75. Pretty decent weather for our Friday. And going into this evening, it's still going to be quite warm. Look at 63 degrees at 6 p.m., staying clear into 55 degrees by 10. I'll have your weekend forecast as well as the pattern change to more rain for next week in my full forecast.
3, 2, 1.
The man accused of murdering Ole Miss student Jimmy J. Lee will remain in jail awaiting a new trial.
And take the O.
A judge denied bond for Timothy Herrington in Oxford. He was re-indicted February 7th, days after Lee's remains were found in Carroll County. Herrington also faces a tampering charge for allegedly moving Lee's body, which his attorney sought to dismiss. Lee went missing on July 2022, and Herrington was arrested for capital murder. Prosecutors say he killed Lee to cover up a relationship. A December mistrial led to a retrial with new evidence now in play.
All right, stop.
And there's clearly new evidence that has to be processed, and things have to be examined
3, 2,
and
1,
determined
and
from that standpoint. So I think there's a lot of work left to be done. Even though there has been a trial, I still think there's work to be done, and that we will have to do in the next coming months to get ready for a trial whenever that date is set.
Judge Luther says he hopes to decide by next Friday whether to dismiss the tampering with evidence charge. In the meantime, both the defense and prosecution are gearing up for a new trial.
And take next VO.
An Oktibbeha County deputy was arrested for allegedly driving under the influence. The Mississippi Highway Patrol confirmed Crystal House was arrested for DUI first misdemeanor in Oktibbeha County. The arrest happened Wednesday, February 26. Sheriff Shank Phelps told WCBI House is no longer with the Sheriff's Department but could not comment further on personal matters.
And take number 1.
Mississippi State Office of Emergency Management offered an active attacker defense presentation on campus. I attended the presentation to learn more about our campus safety resources.
And take package.
As active attackers become more and more common across the United States, college campuses are ramping up safety measures to ensure students are educated in crisis events. Mississippi State Emergency Management is no exception to this reform.
So the Office of Emergency
Management
does trainings. We speak to student groups just like we speak to employee groups. We provide materials, and so there's different emergency response guides. We also have a website with a lot of different videos and emergency response steps. And so emergency management is a great resource. Also, the University Police.
It's fine. We just got to roll with it, guys. It's all good.
They do outreach. They do.
We can't change it, so.
For students as well. And so those two departments, I think, provide students with a lot of resources so they can stay safe and know what to do in an emergency.
Since the 1960s, 113 people have died from mass shootings at 13 college campuses in the United States.
Mississippi State student Francesca Martin says she sees campus safety resources frequently.
I always feel super safe on campus. I think we have a lot of campus resources in case any active attackers were to target the area.
Right on camera 1 with the one shot.
I always get maroon alerts when anything's going on, and I always see the campus police.
If you are in an active attacker situation, don't forget, avoid, deny, defend.
And take camera 1.
I certainly feel more educated after that presentation by our Emergency Management Office. The Starkville Fire Department has a new tool to help them when minutes matter. Ford County Electric Power Association awarded the department with a grant to purchase a drone.
2, 1,
the new equipment will assist in areas like search and rescue efforts, special rescue situations, fire investigations, and hazardous material incidents. According to Starkville Fire, several members have completed the FAA drone pilot program and are certified to fly, which is a requirement in the state of Mississippi when flying commercial drones. The department said this is another way to better serve the community and surrounding areas.
Take number 2.
Starkville's Cotton District just got a new addition to its nightlife scene, and it's already turning heads.
The Landing is the area's first rooftop bar, opened this past weekend. Our Grace Harvey has more.
And take package.
Starkville's Cotton District opened a new bar this past weekend.
3, 2,
featuring a
1,
rooftop bar. It's the first of its kind in this area.
It's so nice to finally have like a bigger bar that
3,
you can actually go to
2,
that serves food,
1,
because I feel like some of the other bars are small. They don't serve food, so you can't stay there as long.
It has a different feel, has a different vibe. These other bars have been established for a while, so they all have their own theme, and the Landing's kind of trying to make their own name and their own feel.
On opening weekend, the Landing did not have a liquor license yet. Their prices were much higher compared to the other bars in the district. But Ramey Lewis does not feel that will be an issue in the future.
I don't think so, because it opened this weekend and the prices have already gone down. Their liquor license is going to happen tomorrow, so I think that's going to help all the prices go down. And I think just the excitement of the new bar and it being so big is going to help it, even though it might be a little more expensive, help it thrive.
Here in the Cotton District, every student has their favorite bar, but the Landing is fighting for the number one spot. Our students tell us how they feel like the bar will do against the others.
Some of the other bars, you know, they have their themes, they have their nights, and the landing is just so new. So, you know, we don't really know the customer base. We don't know who hangs out there, who doesn't. So it's they have some time to make their own.
Ready, camera 3.
The landing is now open every day. On opening weekend, there was a line wrapped around Bulldog Burger. For Take 30 News, I'm Grace Harvey.
And take camera 3.
Students say the bar's unique atmosphere could make it a top spot in Starkville. We'll see how it holds up against other established favorites.
Take camera 2.
After the break, we'll hear about the first production of the semester for our theater department.
We will also hear about a special birthday celebration at Mississippi State University.
And fade to black. And take commercial.
Farming can be a tough way to make a living. Weather, pricing pressures, and unpredictable swings in demand can take a toll.
I forgot we changed that.
Not only on farmers' finances, but on their mental health, as well as that of family members and farm workers. That's why Mississippi State University is spearheading a program to train extension agents to detect the signs of depression, substance abuse, and other stress-related challenges. Everyone has a bad day, of course, but this holistic view of a farmer's circumstances enables MSU representatives to recognize the difference between routine struggles and deeper, more serious issues. It may be a tough conversation, but the sooner it gets started, the sooner farmers can get help to better manage stress and continue the important work of growing the products our world needs. Caring for farms and farmers. Mississippi State University.
And fade to black. And take camera 3.
Wednesday, Mississippi State's theater kicked off their spring season with their first production of the semester, Medea.
Ready, VO? And take VO.
Medea is a classic Greek tale with themes of tragedy, betrayal, and love.
2,
Theater MSU brings a new perspective to a classic story with something everyone will enjoy. Auditions were hosted in December, and the cast has been hard at work all spring semester. Although this is a traditional Greek play, the message of female independence is still very relevant today.
It takes off.
It really reflects kind of a lot of things going on with female presenting people today, where, you know, a right of who to love or a right to having her own autonomy or choices. So I think it's really prevalent even today, even as a traditional Greek play, but it has so many great themes of like betrayal, vengeance, power dynamics, and it's really, really great show, I think.
The community is encouraged to come enjoy the story and support the theater. Tickets are $10 and you can buy them at events.msstate.edu.
And take camera 1.
This past Wednesday, New Maroon Camp put on Rocking Chairs, an event that brings Mississippi State alumni back to our campus for fun stories and meaningful conversation. Those alumni included Mr. Travis Clark, Miss Ann Carr, Dr. Eddie Keith, Coach Sharon Banning, and Dr. Roy Ruby. Take 30's William McCurry has more on this returning tradition.
And take package.
New Maroon Camp hosted Rocking Chairs, an event that gives current students the opportunity to hear stories and gain insight from the State alumni. In Lee Hall, students, faculty, and others were able to hear about the history of MSU, the former traditions, and some funny moments.
Dr. Aiken was talking to Mop, the janitorial supervisor. He said, Mop, I read in the paper yesterday where Vanderbilt University is going to start allowing their students to keep alcoholic beverages in their room. What do you think about that, Mop? Mop said, oh, Dr. Aiken, Mississippi State way ahead of Vanderbilt. Our students been doing that for years.
While laughter was plentiful and quotes memorable, New Maroon Camp hosted the event encouraging students academically and socially.
From an event like this, students can really develop a pride in the sense of being a part of the Bulldog family and ways to get involved. They see the legacy of these fine alumni that spoke tonight, and it's a great opportunity for them to jump on and build their own legacy here.
For some in attendance, it was great hearing that someone else walked in their same shoes.
I think it's great for students to come in and hear stories like this because I think it gives students an idea of just how campus was years ago and just sort of how sometimes people have gone through the same experiences that you have.
While it's been some time since the first of this event, it still has the same impact it did 10 years ago. Reporting locally, William McCurry, Take 30 News.
Ready, camera 1, and take camera 1.
The Rocking Chairs event started back in 2015 and the tradition was derailed because of COVID-19. New Maroon Camp looks forward to bringing it back, with this being the first rocking chairs since 2019.
Hey, take camera 2.
Mississippi State had a huge birthday party today outside of the Union.
Ashlyn Knight went to see how the school and students celebrated.
And take package.
The Student Association celebrated Mississippi State's 147th birthday today outside of the Union.
Just don't take it for granted and just, live in the moment and be where your feet are, and definitely never meet a stranger. So you never know who's going to become your next best friend.
Students lined up to check in and receive a cupcake and a free t-shirt. Current and future students were able to share the love for our beloved campus by being greeted by President Dr. Mark Keenum and take a photo with him. He congratulated and thanked each student for their hard work.
MSU is definitely a home away from home. I know that's kind of like our logo, but it's honestly so true. Like, everyone here is so welcoming, so friendly, and that's kind of what drew me to come to Mississippi State in the first place. And yeah, like, I feel like I could walk up to anybody on campus and just have an interaction, have a connection, make friendships so quickly. And that's something that I really, really admire about our campus.
Mississippi State is loved by many and celebrated daily. Students enjoy our peaceful campus in our little town of Starkville. 147 years of the best campus in the state of Mississippi. Some of the student organizations created large birthday cards to show just how much they truly love this school. I sure wish we could celebrate our precious campus every day. With Take 30 News, I'm Ashlyn Knight.
And take camera 3.
We want to wish our precious campus a very happy 147th birthday, and we hope to celebrate many more.
And take camera 1.
With temperatures constantly fluctuating, we hope to hear about a calm weekend coming up with weather after the break.
And fade to black. Take camera 4.
Imagining the built environment of tomorrow is a collaborative dream at the College of Architecture, Art, and Design at Mississippi State University. Learning is experienced in a studio environment that brings architecture, interior design, and building construction students together to solve 21st century challenges. One of only 2 such programs in the country, MSU's curriculum creates a 360-degree approach, an opportunity for learning how to work together in the real world, and encourages creativity and cooperation for resolving tomorrow's issues, such as housing for continued population growth, work and life environments for expanding urban lifestyles, and accommodating industrial and technology shifts. Working together gives students a better understanding of the intersection of design and construction, and allows for the kind of creative thinking and practical application that leads to a better future for all.
And fade into weather.
Well, sunny conditions are taking hold throughout northeast Mississippi. It is feeling pretty nice outside. We're staying in the low to mid 70s. Columbus at 74 degrees. Calhoun City at 73 degrees. And tonight we're going to cool off just a bit. Clear skies will stay with us. 41 degrees. It's going to be quiet and pretty nice. So for any Friday activities, you don't have any problems when it comes to the weather. For this weekend, it's going to be quiet once again. The only thing we have going on is this cold front taking place. Starting around 2 a.m., it'll approach northeast Mississippi, and then by around 6 a.m., it'll reach us down in Starkville. And after that, all we're dealing with is sunshine, but you will feel a temperature change. It'll slightly be cooler, back to average for late February. If you're looking forward to something to do on Saturday, we got the men's basketball team taking on the LSU Tigers, and it's feeling quite comfortable overall. Like I said, it's a little bit cooler compared to what we're feeling like today on Friday. 66 degrees when the doors open. At the end of the game, we'll reach around 70 degrees. Still feeling quite nice. And 70 degrees on Saturday. Clouds early as that cold front approaches. After that, sunshine. And on Sunday, notice a bit of a drop, 62 degrees. We still have that northerly wind bringing those cooler temperatures for us. On the weekend, it's going to be dry, but notice starting early next week, rain chances come right back up, especially on Tuesday. And pretty much here's the main picture. We got some early shower activity on Monday morning. Most of us, I think, are going to stay dry. It's going to stay mostly north of us, kind of where Memphis is at. And after that, in the afternoon and evening, it's going to stay dry. But notice on Tuesday, that's when our show begins with a big line of storms coming through, taking shape along Arkansas. That's going to come here around the mid to late afternoon hours, impacting us at around 5 p.m. Very strong winds associated with these storms and even a tornado risk. And this is outlined at the Storm Prediction Center giving us already a 30% hatch risk of seeing severe weather 25 miles at a given point. So it's just something we have to keep in mind as we approach Tuesday. Now, for a 7-day forecast, it's feeling pretty nice. We're going to be nice this weekend. Early next week, rain chances do come back, but it's still going to feel pretty nice towards the end of next week.
3, 2, and cut to camera 1.
Stay with us. More Take 30 News after the break.
And fade to black. And Kate, take commercial.
The sense of place.
My words a little. Good
We all
job,
have
everybody.
it. Often grown from deep roots in small town communities. At Mississippi State University, our Carl Small Town Center is strengthening these ties.
Monitors on. We
With
got the
nearly
graphic in the
40
background.
years
All right.
of making a
Everything's
difference,
rocking and
we're
rolling.
revitalizing communities into welcoming places to work,
Hey, by the way,
live, and congregate.
Is this the time, if you're listening to this director's tape,
By
to
weaving
like,
together
comment,
the
and
best
subscribe?
pieces of our past with modern technology and amenities, we're creating the hometowns of the future. Places where lifetime memories can be made,
Somebody's got to do it.
where you have all the things you need, along with all the things you
What's our
want.
time on the commercial, guys? 15 seconds.
Through partnerships with our communities, we're identifying improvement opportunities, recommending paths forward, and creating the plans for a better tomorrow.
4, 3, stand by. And fade to black. Oh, and take sports.
Welcome back, Bulldog sports fans.
Insert graphic.
Another week at Mississippi State means another week of
2,
Bulldog sports.
1, kill.
We've got the latest on baseball, basketball, and even an exciting new award for soccer. All that and more coming up on Take 30 Sports. Bulldogs baseball is getting back in full swing, sweeping a series against Missouri State last weekend. On Tuesday, the Bulldogs came up just short in a tough matchup against Troy, but the Bulldogs will look ahead to this weekend as the team participates in the Astros College Classic in Houston. Today, the Dogs took on Rice and were able to find some offense early, coming out to a 3-0 lead in the second inning. The Bulldogs would end up run-ruling the Owls after an explosive 7th inning, featuring home runs from Nolan Stevens, Aaron Downs, and Ace Reese to end the game 14-3. The final 2 games of the Classic will be Saturday and Sunday, when the Dogs will take on Arizona and Oklahoma State.
And take camera.
With the SEC tournament looming around the corner, the Lady Bulldogs took the court last night against #1 Texas.
And take VO.
The game was a hard-fought back-and-forth
I
contest.
just want him to get on camera a little.
The Bulldogs' defense came up big, slowing down Texas's high-powered offense to keep them in the game. Ja'Kayla Jordan found her way to the basket, putting up 14 points, with DeBrisha Pro hitting threes as well to contribute 9 more points to the Bulldogs' total. State would fall just short, 68-64, but the impressive showing gave the team and head coach Sam Purcell some confidence on the final stretch.
Take shot.
We've got to gel
We're gonna have to cut this a
together.
little
We
short.
have to have hard conversations, and we got to become a team, playing our best basketball come March. And I think tonight was a showcase of where this thing is going. But at the same time, we're not here for more, victories. All right, we came to play that game to win, and
And take camera.
Bulldogs will take on Auburn on Sunday before they head to Greenville, South Carolina for the SEC tournament.
All right.
This month, Mississippi State University's soccer pitch was named the top collegiate soccer field in the United States.
And take VO.
Coming off a record-breaking season in attendance last season, was the
3,
most
2, 1,
notoriety
kill.
the field has seen in 30 years. Receiving the award was shocking to the Associate Director of Athletic Grounds.
And take shot.
Special for this
Insert
one
graphic.
for soccer, being that it is our
3,
oldest field
2,
on campus.
1, kill.
So over on that side of campus with that, with the soccer pitch, it's a lot different. You're trying to manage footing as well as ball roll and ball skip for the girls.
Only 2 months with the field unoccupied during the summer for the entire year, Hardin says that is a time they get their agronomical work in with upkeep throughout the rest of the year.
And take camera.
That's all the time we have for sports today. Bulldogs will be right back after the break.
And fade to black. Go break.
Hey, what camera are they?
2-minute break.
On the final weather. Goodbye.
Discovery.
Hold on a sec.
It tells our history and determines our
So what do we
future.
do for the desk?
At Mississippi
everyone
State
go to the desk.
University, we're digging deep, unlocking an understanding of our past, validating it. Middle East exploration by faculty and students is uncovering evidence that unravels
We're going to bring up
ancient
weather
mysteries.
graphics for 30 seconds for a final weather.
Scholars have long thought of the biblical kings David and Solomon as
tell them,
mythological
Read
figures.
into weather.
Our research offers evidence that supports their existence. boosting MSU into an international league of experts on archaeology. Now we're changing the way people think about the past, opening up new possibilities of understanding for future generations. Digging
we're going to go
deeper,
straight to a final weather.
learning
You don't have to be
more.
on cam. Just go ahead and stay at the desk. It's just going to be a full screen graphic. Next commercial.
As concern grows over the declining health of the world's oceans, veterinary students at Mississippi State are learning how to rescue and rehabilitate vulnerable marine animals. Through a unique partnership between the College of Veterinary Medicine and the Institute of Marine Mammal Studies in Gulfport, Mississippi, students are experiencing the chance of a lifetime. Real-time research of this fragile ecosystem prepares students for a future in providing care for sick and stranded dolphins, turtles, sea lions, and other marine species. At the same time, MSU's advanced diagnostic technology is helping innovate for solutions while improving treatment and outcomes. Not only are the waters of the Gulf Coast opening new worlds of discovery for Mississippi State veterinary students, they are much safer now, thanks to this game-changing partnership that's improving life for literally hundreds of aquatic animals.
1, fade to black, and go final weather.
So for our 7-day forecast, this weekend's going to be a beautiful weekend filled with sunshine. Temperatures are going to be pretty nice as well. 70 degrees on Saturday, cooling a little bit on Sunday to 62 degrees. But then the rain pops back up once again as we start next week, especially on Tuesday. That's where we'll have to watch for any severe weather. So keep that in mind as you make your plans for next week.
6, 5. All right, cut to camera 2.
Well, guys, our show is coming to an end, and so is the month of February. We've got some exciting things coming up in March, including March Madness. Is anybody excited?
Of course. Hope to see the Bulldogs go far this year.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Take 30 News. Hope to see you same time next week.
3, 2, and fade to black. Perfect, everybody.